Hey guys, hello again, whiskey friends. This is Kelsey again with the Whiskey Refs Lounge. Today we are tackling one of my favorites to actually get to taste if I get to find it. Luckily today you're going to be able to find it right here on this channel. Today I'm talking about George T. Yes, that's right, George T Stagg Bash 2022. It is at 138.7, back up to almost hazmat. Let's get into this today. And I hope you guys are excited as I am to see how this turns out and to see if this year's batch is as good as everybody's saying that it is. Let's get this started. Cheers, guys. Welcome back. I am so excited for this one. George T. Yes, George T Stagg, one of the unicorns of the BTAC, I guess. People chase after this thing and spend lots and lots and tons of money on it. Is it really worth it? This year's is supposed to be really, really good. So I want to give a big shout out to to a friend of mine. This is Keith Seal's bottle. Keith, thank you so much for allowing me to borrow this bottle and sip through it a little bit. We've got some air in it, so it's had some time to open up. Let's get into the nose, palate, and finish of this one. Cheers, everybody. So in looking at the color of this, guys, man, it is really nice. Super like dark copper color. Um, let's get in on the nose. Man, I have to say, I'm a little blown away by this one. This was really, really, really good on the nose. Like brown sugar, fruit, sweet, like sweet oak. I mean, like I don't even know how they do it, but it's super sweet on the nose. Just all of the things that I love about Stag Junior, kind of turned up a little bit and a little bit older. And oh man, those fruit notes on this thing. Jeez Louise, this is good. Sorry guys, I'm kind of fanboying out on this, but it's really good. And I don't get a chance to drink this as often as I would love to. I've only had one bottle and it was the 19, and I've still got about that much left of it. So this one is on another level though. It doesn't have hardly any alcohol notes on the nose whatsoever, which is crazy. We're going to compare it here in a minute to the Stag Junior 22B, and then a new bottle that I think has a similar profile. I don't think it'll match up with Stag George T, but it might with juniors, quote unquote non-juniors. You know what I'm talking about, 22B. Yeah, man. Lots of sweet oak, fruit, brown sugar, a little bit of apple, not overly so. The 22B has a lot of apple notes on it, but this one is just a little bit richer, a little bit more dense of flavor. So let's get into the palate. Here we go, guys. Wow. So it's a proofy gal. Wow. I'm still like effervescent on my tongue in the front. It drinks all of the 130, every bit of 130, maybe a little bit more than that. But it's not like burning your mouth away. It's just you get almost an effervescent feel on your palate and on your tongue, like a Pop Rocks feel, like that little bubblies. If you've ever had Pop Rocks, I'm dating myself here, but that real effervescent feel on your tongue is right up front. It's super sweet up front. Lots of flavor on the front of the palate too. I just tasted the Stag 22B, which is the quote unquote non-junior one. And it was not as sweet up front. I mean, it was sweet, but this is like a flavor punch. Obviously, it's about 8 more points in proof, but still, this is a flavor punch up front on the front of the palate. Let's go back in and make sure it's consistently doing that. Second sip's a little bit, your tongue's getting acclimated to it a little bit more. It's still sweet. It is buttery. It is velvety. The mouth coating feel on this thing is incredible. It's an incredible experience. Um, it doesn't like expand out as much as what I remember the Stag Junior 22B doing. Like when you taste it, it just kind of envelops and goes across the wide of your tongue. This one's like straight down the middle of your palate. Um, so yeah, even second sip, mid palate, it just really hits you with more of the sweet oak, and it just lingers and lingers and lingers. It stays there forever. Super long finish, probably one of the longest finishes that I've tasted so far this year, for sure. Um, and then it leaves you with that brown sugar sweetness in your mouth and all the fruit, all of the oak. That finish is just unfreaking real good, guys. I want to go through the scores real fast, and then I'm going to jump over and we're going to taste through 22B versus this versus this bottle right here. If you guys haven't seen these yet, you should check them out. Now, this is Nashtucky's 5-year, and it is 126.34. This is the S&W MVP Barrel Club. So this is rumored to be Buffalo Trace juice, and it has a real similar profile to the 22B that I just tried, and wanted to see kind of the flavor profiles between the three, of one being completely older, which is this George T, and then the two younger ones that I believe like the Stag is and the Nashtucky definitely is. So let's get into the scores of this and break it down real fast. Flavor score 92.5, experience score 90. The only thing that hurts this one is the value score, because I mean, geez, let's get real. How many of you guys are ever going to see this for $100? It's going to be very few of you that actually see it. So I feel like I gave it a little knockdown on the value side, but oh my God, this is good. 90 on this total score. Recommend, absolute 100. Yes. If I could find another one, I would buy it. If I could find one, I would buy it. So great whiskey, guys. If you get a chance to try this in a bar, oh my God, do it. Even if it's for 50 or 60 bucks a pour, it's way worth it. I'm telling you. The experience alone, and the more that it gets air, the sweeter and more concentrated those notes get. So it's really, really crazy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this 22B, put it up against the George T, and then put that up against the Nashtucky. So I'll probably do the Nashtucky versus the Stag side by side first, and then go to George T, because I have a feeling that the George T is going to obviously kill both of these. So let's start with Nashtucky first. Okay, so on the nose, it's a little similar. It's not as similar as I thought off of memory anyway. You get lots of fruit notes up front. Yeah, it is a little bit different profile. This actually tastes a little bit older than 5 years, to be honest with you. This taste comes across more like a 7 or 8. It's a little darker on the nose. I think it has a lot to do with the barrels. We've been talking about this for a while. Wood means everything when it comes to how the whiskey is coming out of the barrel. I believe that these come across more like a Kelvin barrel, or the ones that I've tasted at least. Yeah, these are a little bit darker even on the fruit notes. More brown sugars than the Stag that I remember. So let's give it a try. It's pretty close. This has a little bit different, a little bit longer finish even than the Nashtucky, but I would expect that being 130 versus 126. So not all too different, but if I'm going to have to say which one I'm going to go for here, On the nose, I think the Nashtucky wins. Again, this is on the 22B, not the George T. So don't get too confused here because I'm going to go over that in just a second. But the Nashtucky over the 22B Stagg on the nose. Palate wise, actually, let me rinse between. That'll be a little bit more fair. Here we go. Here's the Stagg 22B. Yeah. I'm going to have to give the nose to the Nashtucky, but the palate to the 22B. They're super close. I will say, though, that this is even at 5 years, quote unquote. Now, that's 5 years being the youngest thing that's in that bottle. I think this is also a single barrel, if I'm remembering in the batch. Yeah, so this is a single barrel, and that is a batch product. So just keep in mind that this drink's a lot older than 5 years old. The Nashtucky does. Now, let's compare Stagg 22B with George T. So here's George T. Holy crap. The nose on this thing is so freaking ridiculous. It's nuts. Now it's moved into more like a vanilla frosting on the nose, and it is crazy sweet. Oh man, it's changed a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell this is so much older on the nose. I mean, it's not even close on the nose. Obviously, we know that. But yeah, this spanks the shit out of either one of those. Excuse my language, but yeah, this was a little bit brighter. This is more concentrated, dense, dark flavors on this George T. Man, a lot of that George T is so freaking good. So overall, I mean, obviously, this is the 22B is so much younger in the product, and you can tell it on taste and palate. I mean, nose and palate. Whereas this is just ungodly good. I mean, it is so good. Again, thank you, Keith, for letting me borrow the bottle and always sharing your good stuff, man. It's incredible. If you guys can find this George T Stagg, do it. Man, how much would I pay for it? I think they're going for like $900 on secondary. I wouldn't go quite that high. Anywhere from $9,000 to $1,000 on secondary. So I would go what I would pay for like a Elijah Craig pirate bottle, like $550, maybe $600. If I could, I mean, I could find them, but I'm not gonna find them for that price. So it doesn't really matter what I say, but damn, this is good. If you guys can get it, grab it. This is very good as well, the 22B. It's just not great. It's young. It's got a lot of flavor. Don't get me wrong. It's a great whiskey, but a little bit of a letdown. And that, I will say, if you guys aren't checking out these Nashtucky things and some of the single barrels that are coming out of there, you're missing out. Man, this is really, really good. And you know, for the same price, typically that I can find Stagg, I can find close to that. I mean, this was around $90 to $100 on the Nashtucky, even for a 5 year. I know that's a little bit of a stretch for some of you on what you think it's worth, but I will say the juice in the bottle, to me, in my opinion, only my opinion, is worth it. So check those out. Go to NBC. Go travel there and taste some of their single barrels, man. It's an incredible experience. The blenders there do a great job. Again, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit longer today. I'm going to sit here and enjoy this George T Stagg, and we'll see you guys real soon. But if you can grab this, do it. Thank you to all of our Patreons. Check out our lives on Wednesday night. Hit the like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support, you guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me, but you have these whiskey friends.